Let's see. How's it going, everyone? Sorry for the dark video, but I have one small light. I'm in the process of moving stuff and whatnot. And yeah, so my light is limited for now. Here I am, a little bit over 7.5 years off benzos. What happened with me and how that happened is a long story, and I've got a lot of videos out there. I was only on benzos for a short time, 3 months, and it turned on me within 2 weeks, and it was an utter disaster, and it pretty much destroyed my being. Still tapering Remeron, so hey, Mr. Champion Wade, nice to see you. It's been a while. Still tapering Remeron. I just tapered a little over a month ago again. It went pretty well this time around. I actually think I did a little healing in this taper. Still feel it though. You know, I can tell. But in general, I've been noticing I've been accomplishing more and stuff like that. But I still get those waves of terrible anxiety. Like today I have some really rough anxiety. But in general, it's been more tolerable and stuff like that. 7.5 years later, I'll tell you, doesn't feel like it. I suffered for a very long time. Yeah, I just don't talk what dosage of Remeron I'm on. I just don't talk about it on here. Every time I do, I get like 1,000 ways on how I'm doing this wrong and stuff like that. So I just kind of keep it to myself. And now that I do, it's much easier. But this last taper has been pretty reasonable. The taper before that was brutal. I mean, it all depends. But in general, I would say that this taper was about 50% easier than last time. I don't know why. Maybe because I'm just really busy. That doesn't seem to make sense, but I'm in the process of moving, slowly, but moving, and I'm keeping busy constantly. I do notice my anxiety spikes when I'm just laying around trying to calm my nervous system down. Does the Remeron still sedate me? No. It stopped sedating me a while ago. Unless it does. I am moving again, yes. I'm moving in with my girlfriend, and that'll be in the next couple months. So, yeah. I've been here for 2 years, and yeah, things are going well enough to make that step and yeah, go from there. So it's a lot of work though. It's putting my nervous system in a special place. But it hasn't been too bad. I was able to do more than I expected, to be honest. I still have a little ways to go, but I've got a couple months, month and a half. So, and then I'll go from there. Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's under much better circumstances this time around. Last time I moved, it was just a disaster, and it was scary. It was very scary. And I've learned so much in the last few years, and I feel I'm a much brighter, a stronger human than I was 2 years ago. But it's still going to be hard. See how it goes. I will miss my small apartment, just because this was the first place I made for myself. and I worked really hard to get here. And what I accomplished in that time was pretty incredible. Um, I mean, it says something about healing with benzos, you know. It's hard, but I wouldn't have been able to do it if I didn't heal it all. So, and so there'll be some things I miss, and it's more or less not the tiny ass apartment per se, or the fact that it smells like shit in here. But I will miss the cool view out the window. That's just, you know, normal, whatever. But like, I'll miss the fact that, well, I won't miss. It's not that I'll miss it, but like, it just became a special place because I was able to accomplish this on my own. I'm not going to miss the fact that I'm always alone and it's a tiny ass apartment and so on, you know, and I've got good things heading my way. But, you know, I built this place and I'll never forget what it took me to get here. And so I'm just on to another step of my life and see how that goes. And still got a taper, trying to live my life and stuff like that. Oh, yeah, you have been here from the beginning, Mr. Wade. Yes. Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool because yeah, you're in the UK, and let me just read your comment. You're a top guy, Dan. Well, I don't know about that, but thanks. Have followed you from the beginning. I know I don't always pop in purely because of the time zones being in the UK, but I love coming in on our lives. Love you, brother. All love. Yeah, I love you too, man. That's really cool, and I appreciate it. Not too many people come on here anymore because people pretty sick of me. I mean, honestly, that's okay. And I mean, I don't exactly um, promote this channel or my I don't always put great titles. Just you know, I'm just here to basically tell my story to people, and in you know in the future, you know if it helps them, that's you know if they can find the videos at some point, it can help them. You know, what it's kind of sucks because you know I'm 7.5 years out, but I'll always tell you, Remeron is the killer here. This is what made everything so complicated, and you know, that's fine. It sucks, but that's what made everything so hard. If I was never polydrugged on a bunch of drugs and stuff, I think this would have been over a long time ago, or at least cut in half, you know. So, anyway, I am just popping in to basically say hello and say where I'm at 7.5 years later. I'm doing okay. I got a long ways to go. And ways to get off the Remeron, which is still fine, but I'm, you know, chipping away at it. Yeah, Remeron is just, it is. I mean, it's funny because the doctor would tell me that Remeron was, oh, it's one of the easiest drugs to get off of and so forth. I imagine it's not, it's, you know, like when it came to benzos, I think, you know, my nervous system was so fried, it made everything else hell to get off of. But yeah, I mean, when the, I don't know, it's been hell. Yeah, I'm still managing to work. Um, I probably am working more this since I tapered. I probably have been working more, which is not it's taking a lot out of me. But I keep it's a you know though you weigh it because it's like the more I lay around is the better I feel. But I also some symptoms get like way out of control, like my anxiety and stuff. Like I just can't get out of my head. So the busier I am, the better for that. But the busier I am, all my other symptoms fucking skyrocket. But yeah, I'm still working. Have you ever had an EMG nerve? Oh my God, Cindy. Um, I had some videos that I did recently about that, and it was absolute torture. Yeah, I have carpal tunnel in my left hand. Half my hand went numb, and not thoroughly, but enough to get it checked out, right? And they said I was gonna get a nerve conductive test. I'm like, that's cool, whatever. I didn't think much of it. I got the test, but when they started the test, I'm like, oh fuck, this ain't good. And then after that, this was months back. I don't remember how long now. And it threw me into the worst wave I've been in years. Holy shit. I had symptoms that I had 6 years ago. The fucking pressure in my head and the fucking crazy shit. I'm telling you, don't do it if you don't have to. If you've already done it, at least know that that's the reason why, and those symptoms will subside just like everything else. I told myself, if I can get better from this wave, then I'm good. I'm gold. I'm golden in the future. So, so yeah, that's my story with the nerve conductive test. I would never do it again. Well, actually, I probably would if I had to. If my hand goes way number and they have to do another test, I'll have to fucking do it. But that's just putting myself into a place that I don't want to be in. That tore me apart. Holy shit, that scared me. That scared me. But if my hand completely, it keeps getting worse and all that, in order to get any kind of surgery or anything like that, I would have to probably do the test again. No, it's not painful at all. It just my this part of my hand is slightly numb. It's nothing so bad that I don't even think about it all day. But it's there and I can feel it. It's just one of those things I slightly got used to. But it's kind of numb, and it kind of sucks because I play guitar, so this part of my hand is a little shitty. So, but I don't play all the time anyway. But it kind of sucks because it will inevitably probably get worse. It's either get worse or get better, but I don't think it's getting better because it's been the same for a good while now. But we'll see. I'm sure as I get older, it'll get worse. But it's not very painful at all. It's just tingly and numb. So that's my nerve conductive test. If you don't have to do it, don't. If you do, no, and you're in benzo withdrawal syndrome bullshit, you probably, expect to have some pretty wicked symptoms from it. At least it did for me. Everybody's different. We know everybody's different. So, do the test in May. Don't want to make my sinus worse. Or even in my face too. It's one of those things. If it's something that's causing you issues that are pretty bad, you might have to do the test and just accept the wave. And it'll suck, but if it's something that you have to take care of, you have to do it. It's just one of those things, Can't really do much about it. I don't envy you for it, but then again, in our situation, sometimes we have to. I honestly, like, my hand isn't bad enough for me. Like, if I knew, I wouldn't have done the test. I would have just waited. But will it make your CNS worse? Yes, but it's it's not gonna be forever. It'll just be a pretty rough wave with some. Well, I mean, if it was like me, it'll just be a pretty rough wave. That's sucks ass, and that's that. Hey, take care, bud. So 2.5 Men with the one word Teddy takes it. Oh yeah, shit. Oh, I forgot the. I forgot. I haven't been watching that at all. That's such a great show. I forgot. Yeah, we used to always talk about that. Yeah, it's such a good show. Have a great night, Mr. Wade, and yeah, see you soon. I'll try to be on here and there. I'm gonna get off here in a couple minutes. I got some computer work I gotta do before I eat and head off to bed. But I might as well get a instead of answering questions right now, I'll just give a little information about me and say 7.5 years off. Don't be too scared. My story is crap because I was kindled because I was on Valium for a long time, just periodically, and then I got off of that just fine. And then I was kindled from that. So when I was on benzos, it turned on me so fast in such a bad way. It just didn't agree with me, and I got so sick. And then I was polydrugged with a bunch of drugs, and I had to get off those. And I'm still on Remeron, but I'm tapering that. So I figure a couple of years tops, because I go really slow. And then once I'm off that, I'll probably heal a lot more. But I've got other problems too, So it's like, other than that, so 7.5 years may sound long, but in my world, it probably isn't. But everybody's story is completely different. I do suggest that if you get fucked on benzos, don't take other drugs. And because they'll tell you, oh, it's easy to get off these after. No, it's not easy to get off of other drugs once you've been fucked on benzos. So, anyway, I'm off for the night. Take care. If Wade was in the chat, Cindy was in the chat. Take care of yourselves and each other, like fucking Jerry Springer said. And we will come back on sometime soon. I got a lot going on, but I'm going to try to make some more informational videos. I usually come on here live, and I usually just answer questions and stuff like that. And I'm more than happy to do that. But I think I might make some shorter type videos that just talk about the ins and outs of benzo stuff, just to make it a little more searchable and hopefully help people, not feel alone, and have some information from somebody who's been through it. This is a really rare situation. Yeah, I understand. Nobody wants to deal with more, but that's the hardest part. Well, one of the hardest parts for me in benzo withdrawal syndrome stuff is taking care of regular human shit, because we can't do everything that everybody else can, and when we do, the repercussions are pretty big. Sometimes we have to take antibiotics. Sometimes we have to take a medicine. Sometimes we have to get a certain test. I'm telling you, it sucks. Hate being so paranoid. I remember the days where I could just go in and do this stuff and not even think about it. Anyway, we're not alone. That's